What do you do with your dad?
Play.
Yeah? How do you play?
Don't you know how to play?
I don't know. You play with your dad.
Oh, boxing.
Yeah?
Wrestling. That's with my brother, boxing and wrestling. And we play football in the front room.
What do you do with your daddy?
Oh, I just played games with him. And you know, last time I put an octopus on his pillow. She jumped right over the bed, right over my face.
Who did?
My dad. Can I go to the toilet, please?
Is there anything your mummy and daddy do that you don't like?
Yes, something what I really don't like. When they smack me. Naughty boy.
How old do you have to be a grandfather?
About 24. Or about something like that. Or
What?
44. But my nanny's 90 years old.
What are your brothers and sisters like then?
Horrible. Horrible. Only one of my brothers are nice.
Why are they horrible?
Well, my brother keeps on annoying me and he just won't stop it. He punches me and pulls me by the ears and jumps on my bed in the morning. My brother's worst. He troubles all my toys, breaks them, tears off all my pictures, kicks me, I get black and blue marks all over. He pulls my hair, he scratches, he pinches, he bites, he kicks.
What do you do to him?
I smack him and I get a smack in the end.
What's the very best thing you do with your daddy?
Go out climbing.
Oh, does he climb?
Yes, he has to pull me up. Last time I sat on a prickle bush. I hurt myself very hard and I've still got a prickle in my bottom. It hurts very much.
Do you ever pull faces at your dad?
Yeah, when he's taking a photo.
What sort of face do you pull?
That's my best one. Another one.
Have you got any more that you pull at your dad? Show us.
Only 3 more.
Go on then. And now the other.
This is the last one.
Do you think most families here are happy or unhappy?
Most of them are happy, but some do quarrel. Like my mum and dad, they were quarrelling. So I went upstairs and I got my tape recorder and put it to the door. And I had it all on my tape recorder.
What did they say when you played it back?
Well, I didn't show my dad in case he'd be a little bit cross, so I just showed my mum and she found it quite a giggle.
Who's got the most relatives then?
Him.
How many have you got?
86 to 90.
How do you know?
We counted them about 6 months ago.
How did you set about counting 86 or 90 relatives? What did you do?
On the way home, my sister and I said Auntie Mary and Auntie Mary is 2, and Stephen, Andy, Rosemary is 5, none till we got to ourselves.
90 of you?
Something like that.
What's it like having relations?
Well, most of the relations are all right, but some of them are a bit meaner than others.
How are they?
Well, when we go to see them, some of us give us about 2 and 6, and some of them only give us, say, 6pence.
Isn't it true, though, that a lot of youngsters are unable to talk to their parents?
Mostly because parents have a fixed idea of what children are, and they can't get used to the fact that children are changing today. Modern children are different from the children of yesterday.
Why do you think that is?
Times have changed, fashions have changed, people talk differently, eat differently, have different jobs.
Why do you think all this has happened then?
Because people want to get better and better. They want to be better than they were before.
What is bravery?
It is somebody who can risk his own life, well, to save other people's lives. And he has to go, well, over his endurance, maybe, to save somebody. Like if he has to swim out quite far and maybe he can't swim properly, but he'll go all out to save the other person, regardless of all costs.
I think it's the love for other people, and it's quite often done when they're trying to save somebody, and not just so that they can say, I've been knighted, like Sir Chichester, who went round the world and single-handed. He didn't want just to go around just to say that he was knighted, but he was very brave, because he could have easily, a storm near Australia could have easily killed him going across the storm, and he didn't cheat. He could have cheated and nobody would have realised.
Do you think it's brave to fight?
I don't think so.
Why not? Do you like fighting?
No.
What do the other boys think of you if you don't like fighting?
I just say that you're a coward, isn't it?
Do you mind being called a coward?
No.
Do you have to be brave at school ever?
Yeah, when you get the belt.
What happens when you get the belt?
Well, Mr. Graham takes, the teacher takes you along and he knocks at the door and she enters and she tells Mr. Graham what he's done, and if she leaves, and if you've to get a belt, he always takes off his coat and rolls up his sleeves, and when he brings out his belt, he just bends it back to test it, and then he tells you to hold out your hand. You can double it or just leave it like that, and if he gives you two, well, he just hits you there. You're allowed to change hands if you want.
Now, how do you feel when all this is going on? Are you scared or are you brave?
Well, half and half.
How did you get your award for bravery?
I helped catch some hen thieves. Me and my brother and Don McLeod went after the one that was in the thing, in the hut thing.
Was this at night?
Yes.
What did you do with the man when you caught him?
We tied him up and told Colonel Watson. He phoned the police.
Were you frightened?
Not really, just a little bit when I was going through the woods.
Would you have been frightened?
Yes.
Why?
Strange noises and footsteps.
Aren't you as brave as your friend, don't you think?
No.
When are you brave in everyday life?
When I get my injection,
Now, how are you brave then?
because I stick my hand in there, and then when it goes in, it doesn't, when I put my hand there and it goes in, it doesn't hurt there.
And
It doesn't hurt.
what's brave in that then? What's brave in that?
Because you're not crying.
When are you brave, then?
Oh, I'm brave when I get up in the middle of the night and I kind of feel like as if I need the toilet, and I'm afraid kind of, you see. So I just say to myself, now I'm gonna be brave this time, and I just kind of march into the toilet and march back again.
What are you afraid of?
Well, the wind's howling round the house, and when I pull the toilet flags, it makes a terrible noise in the night, and I run back into my bed as fast as I can go.
Why do some people try and save others if they're drowning or caught up a mountain or something?
Well, some people care about other people, and some people just think, oh, let them think for themselves. I've naught to do with them.
Have you got any boyfriends?
I did have one.
Yeah, what
I got one.
You have?
Nigel. He just came in looks right there.
Right.
Twin boys.
Would you like to marry him?
Yes.
Why would you? Hey?
Because he keeps kissing me.
Does he?
He kisses all the girls.
Oh.
And he keeps kissing the boys. I got a girlfriend.
Oh?
And she always likes me.
She likes you?
She always is my partner when we go to dinners.
What sort of dinners do you go to?
School dinner.
Now, who do you two want to marry then?
Well, really, we want to marry each other, really, we do. And that's why we planned it out last night.
Do you want to marry him, do you? When you feel you're in love with somebody, what's it feel like?
Well, you like each other, and you can't look up on somebody else, and you can't marry somebody else.
And what sort of man would you look for if you're expecting to meet a husband?
A rich man. I would like a man with curly hair.
What do you want the man that you'll marry to be like, do you think?
I don't like him to have no beard.
What's he got to be?
Rich.
Yeah?
Brave. So you care about notices.
What did you say?
That's all she cares about. It isn't. Well, you want to be rich when you grow up, don't you? Well, you do as well. I don't.
Yes,
I don't
do.
want spoiled children. Well, neither do I, but...
Would it spoil children if you were rich, do you think?
Well, in comics they always have them spoiled when they're rich.
You have to ask her that if she'll marry you. What do you think you'll say to her?
Please, would you like to marry me?
If she said no, what will you do then?
Say, all right, I'll try and find somebody else.
Well, listen, you want to marry Gillian now. There's a long way to go before you do. Or old enough to get married. Do you think you'll change your mind? Why not?
Because I love it. We love each other, don't we? And we can't stop it from loving each other.
I'm excited that I'm going, but also, in a way, I'm a bit worried how I'm going to get on there, if it's going to be easy to communicate with the French people because of their different language. Well, my cousin's asked me to bring a sticker for his car, and his sister's asked me to bring some perfume back, and when I found out the price of it, I said she'd be flipping lucky. French food might be a bit different from ours. If they do eat things like snail's legs, well, I don't really mind. It's up to them. French people, I think they're going to look like us, but a bit browner. I think that some of them will be happy, but some of them are going to be angry, and when they're angry, they're absolutely horrible.
Did you try any phrase at all?
Polyval Anglaise, but at the moment, when I was doing it, I was a bit jittery and I got it wrong.
What did you have for lunch?
The first was egg mayonnaise, and the second was egg and chips, and lastly we had a drink of lemonade and a banana.
What about egg and chips? Is this what you expected? Is this
No,
what did you expect then?
it's all French foods.
What sort of things?
Spaghetti bolognese and roast legs and snails and all that. When we were in the restaurant, there was another man who was eating snails or something, and that didn't look very comforting.
Where did you spend most of the afternoon in France?
I spent it on a gun emplacement near in Calais, and when I first saw it, I thought it was a monstrosity. It was used as a gun emplacement by the Germans while shelling Britain in the war, First World War.
But that's 22 miles across the water, isn't it?
Yes.
Could the shells travel that far?
Yes, they had to. I don't know how the Germans done it, but they found out somehow, and they planted it just in the right spot.
What did you think of France?
Well, it wasn't bad.
Were you disappointed?
Yeah.
Well, what did you find when you went there?
I found large shops, chemists, all kind of things, but they were very good indeed.
Well, what about numbers of people?
There wasn't many people there. There wasn't many people there at all. I think there should be more people there.
What do you feel about wars?
If a country sort of starts on another country for no reason at all, the other country should surely have their own back.
But is there no way to avoid wars, to avoid fighting between nations?
No, I don't think so, because they try to stop it, but there's still few fights that grow bigger and bigger and bigger, and usually it starts as a nation war.
There'll always be wars, do you feel?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Well, I was a bit disappointed because I'm interested in birds and I wanted to see some French birds. I thought I would see quite a lot because there's quite a lot in
France, but I never. The way they talk about France is if it's a very sunny country, but it weren't no better from England and Scotland and Wales. Yeah, what they flog about is saying, come to France for your holidays for the sun. There weren't no sun, it was all rain.
Would you like to go back to France again?
Well, I don't think so. I might if I have to.
What causes these dreams?
Well, it's in your subconscious because sometime in the day something's happened. And well, at night time when you go to bed, you remember it, and it comes out the subconscious in the form of a dream.
Tell me about these dreams that you have.
Well, sometimes like you just start off and you're on a sort of a cliff. Once I had a dream and I was clinging on to it all the time and I was so scared, terrified, and I was falling. And as I was falling in my sleep, I was screaming. My brother woke me up. I'm always having dreams all the time and it makes me eyes up.
What sort of dreams do you have?
They're not dreams, they're nightmares.
Oh?
They're horror ones because I have the horror ones when they are the night where there's been Frankensteins on and everything. And I've been under the cushion.
Why do you think they call them nightmares?
I haven't thought of that yet. I know about the night because it's in the night, but I don't know about the mares yet.
When you're dreaming this one about falling, how frightening is it? What do you think of?
It's just like falling all the time. You sort of jump in your bed and my heart was pounding all the time. Oh, it was scary.
Do you ever have any horrible dreams? What about?
Dracula.
Dracula?
Yes. They're horrible. Dracula, he suck up your blood. He's got very long teeth.
Oh, yeah. Do you dream about him? And what happens? What does Dracula do?
He suck up your blood. He bites you here on your neck and suck up your blood.
Do you ever have dreams?
Yes.
What about?
Ghosts.
Oh?
Yes, he's about a cow.
A cow? What sort of cow do you dream about?
A wicked cow.
Oh, why is it a wicked cow?
It kills people.
How does it do that?
It bites them.
Do you think dreams ever come true? Do you think what you dream ever really happens? When does it?
It happens when one day, what just Andrew said, he said he dreams of his tooth. I dreamt of my tooth and it came out.
What do you think makes you dream?
Every night when I go to sleep, I have cheese for supper, and then it makes me dream because it lays on my chest.
How do you know it's the cheese that does it?
Because that's the only time I get nightmares.
Now, how do you think cheese can make you dream?
Don't know.
Do you stop eating cheese?
No.
Why not?
Because my mum doesn't cook anything else except cheese on toast at night.
What about you three? Supposing you had a lot of money to buy books to put into the library, what kind of books would you buy?
Books about poor people and how to help them and how to raise money for them. Because there is thousands of poor people in other lands, for instance, in Africa and India and places like that. And you should help them.
Do you ever read in bed?
A lot. Every night, in fact.
What does your mother say about this?
Mum doesn't like it because we keep on talking and she says it wastes the electricity.
What sort of books do you get out of the library?
First aid.
What?
First aid.
Just first aid books?
Yes.
Don't you ever read anything else?
No.
Why do you read first aid books all the time?
Because I want to be a nurse and getting football matches free.
Can you give me an example of bad sportsmanship that you've seen?
Yes, well, once when I'm in the netball team and I'm a shooter and we was playing against Sacred Heart
A nun was taking the team, and we thought, these will be good sports, and we really expected a lot of things from them. But it was just the opposite, and when we started playing, they were running into the circle and everything, doing everything wrong, and the end score was 8-7, but they let them have 2 minutes extra, and they'd got 2 girls, and so we would have won 7-6, and so we lost 8-7, and I don't think that was fair at all.
Everybody likes to win,
Yeah.
but some people want to win the whole time.
What do you think of people like that who want to win the whole time?
I think they're selfish.
Do you ever race against each other?
Sometimes, not very often.
Who wins?
Usually me.
And you still stay friends?
Yes.
Would you ever trip up your best friend to stop him winning?
I wouldn't. Not sure about him.
What about you?
I think I would if I was desperate for the prize. If it was a nice prize, I would. But if it wasn't, I wouldn't.
It's not a very nice thing to do, is it, to trip him up?
Well, not really, but I would do it if I was desperate for it.
Do you think you'd stay friends after that?
Probably. He'd probably make up to me after that, yes.
How many people do you think use unfair means? They cheat sometimes.
Less than a 16th, I would have said.
About 10%.
10% of
Yes.
people are cheats.
Yes.
Well, not all the time, just in
About
some things.
7%. About 7% of these 10% don't cheat so badly, not properly, and then the 3% that's left cheat a lot.
all the time.
They cheat all the time.
Now, what sort of people are they? Who are they, do you think?
Well, they steal.
They steal and burgle and murder people.
Have people like that got any conscience?
Not much, otherwise they couldn't do it.
Well, I think the biggest conscience I've ever had was 2 days ago.
What
when
happened?
my guinea pig died.
Your guinea pig died.
Yes.
Why did you have a conscience about that?
Well, I think I wasn't feeding him properly. Because we did have the food to feed him, but I wasn't feeding him rightly.
How long do you think you'll blame yourself for?
I think I'll get over it quite soon.
You know, you can get to the top by being a bad sport, by doing unfair things, can't you?
Yes, but you can't really achieve anything then, just by fiddling. But if you can do it fairly, then you've really achieved something.
How do you think grown-ups fiddle?
Well, tax people and that, they take more money than they should from the people, and then leaves the people with no money at all.
How much does that matter, do you think?
Well, it matters a lot, really, that the people who are being robbed can't enjoy life as much, can they? Because they can't buy things that they want to make life pleasant.
God made one person, and he made another man and woman. And then they made some more children. Then they made another man and woman. And then it came to a world like this, that I'm born in that.
But why did all this happen? Why should there be a world, do you think?
Well, so they can make everything look pretty and that. Nice coloured cars and flowers and trees and that. And swimming pools and that.
And what's wrong then with this world? Why isn't it like it should be?
Well, because Satan, he came and made everything bad.
What's bad?
Well, we shouldn't have had school and things like that.
Who put us here?
God. He did it in 7 days. That's what we think.
Yes, but each day for him was 1,000 years. And so that's how the dinosaurs came to reign for a long time. When he was making Adam and Eve.
The dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs were the kings of the earth.
Yeah.
And they ruled it. The terriblest one of the lot was the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Why were people put on the earth?
Well, God probably didn't have anything to do, so he thought up us.
What made him think up us, though, do you think?
Well, he probably didn't know why he was there, so he thought he'd make little miniatures of himself and put them on this little part which is spinning away from the sun.
Why do you think people follow Satan?
Well, because he says he's going to make the world greater than Jesus and Jehovah can.
And when people believe Satan, what happens to them? What becomes of them?
Well, they become bad.
How do they become bad?
Well, instead of having light, they have darkness. And they have these ulcers on their feet. And even though they do want to be in the light, they won't come out of the darkness.
What do they have on their feet?
Big ulcers.
How do they get those?
Well, because they're bad.
Do you think life's worthwhile?
No, because I've got a brother. Naughty brother.
What's wrong with your brother?
He's always eating me.
Does it spoil your life?
Because when I want to do my work, he keeps on messing it up.
What do you think of the world as it is now?
A nice, wonderful, lovely place with lovely flowers and lovely things in it.
Isn't there anything nasty about it?
No, not about the world. There isn't people, though.
How would you describe the people that there are in the world now?
I don't know. Most of them are nice, but some of them are all bit of old bags.
What do you mean?
Well, they've got bad tempers. My dad, I think, is one of them.
Do you think most people are happy or unhappy?
Yeah, I reckon they're happy.
I think they are unhappy.
You don't agree with each other?
No.
Why not? Why do you think they're happy?
Well, some people enjoy life, you know, going places.
Yeah, but there's earthquakes and they lose their mothers and all that.
Well?
Well, what? That's the worth of life, isn't it?
What's the best thing you want to do with your life?
Get married. I've 10 children, all in 5 twins. Girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, and so on like that.
Will it happen, do you think?
I hope so.